Hi, I'm Gab Sabat, and for my Spanish presentation, I'm going to focus on how to become a successful journalist in Spain. So, before I even begin my career, I have to earn a degree. At Universidad Cardinal Herrera, I can develop that foundation to better familiarize myself with the industry of working on television or print or radio and things like that, and basically improving my writing and reporting and voicing skills. Education is my opportunity to understand my strengths in journalism and see what I will be most successful in. After graduating college, my expectations and my dreams are hopefully to work for a magazine or newspaper and then work my way to the top. In my case, this can be working as like a staff writer, or radio broadcaster, or just a broadcast reporter on television, and then hopefully becoming editor in chief of the publication, like magazine or newspaper I work for. However, in Spain, it is much more difficult to develop a name for yourself than it is in America in journalism. Some of the challenges that journalists face are censorship. While free press does exist, Spain's freedom of speech varies when reporting on the government. It is common for government officers or people of higher power, I guess, to influence what journalists publish for the public, and then as a result, there is a definite barrier between the press and the public. Worst case scenarios have been the death of many journalists. It is possible for journalists to receive like death threats or anything of the sort whenever covering a topic that shouldn't have been open to the public, especially in Spain. Additionally, a big issue that has been right now is representation. Being a female minority, it can be twice as difficult for me to get my foot through the door in the journalism industry. Many journalists from Spain, such as like Ana Pastor, Cristina Falaras, Lorena G, Maldonada, and many more, have actually outwardly spoken about the challenges they face being female journalists in the industry. And then adding all of these together, all of these content, all of these challenges, it just makes the representation of journalists even more negative and just definitely negatively impacts our credibility for the future. And then with all these issues, it just becomes difficult for myself to become a successful journalist that I hope to be. However, journalists like these have been able to do it, and they're definitely my inspiration. These women are Spain's hottest fashion and lifestyle bloggers of 2018. Irea Loro is a freelance fashion journalist and stylist based in Madrid. Her blog is All That She Wants. It basically focuses on her favorite looks and inspiration regarding fashion. And then Eli G and Eli S run the blog Lost in Vogue. They basically represent anyone and represent how anyone can get lost in the beauty of fashion. And it's not just for female, it's for everyone. That's their basis. And then finally, there's Elena Vidal from Zamora. She writes for her blog, Style in Madrid, which she uses as her outlet to basically express herself and express her unique sense of style. These women are basically living the dream that I hope to accomplish one day and show that you don't need to be working at some top-notch magazine or newspaper to become successful. You can make a name for yourself just by voicing what you believe in. While they do focus on fashion and pop culture, they still focus on the foundations of journalism that I can learn at La Universidad Cardinal Herrera. These skills include like working behind the camera when reporting. This can be like filmography and working with television. Also, it's understanding your digital audience. When working with social media, especially, this can be like digital communication and things like that. You can also learn hearing the public's opinion. Basically, try and form your own perspective and educating yourself to understand how to write like that. And then general knowledge of today's government and politics, especially with today's society. And then finally, the biggest thing to learn are just the ethics of being a successful journalist. So when I do become a successful journalist, in Spain especially, I hope to win the Ortega and Gasser Journalism Awards. With such a high reputation, I hope I can promote freedom of speech and freedom of expression in Spain and encourage others to speak up when needed. Then I would like to be an advocate for female journalists and improve the reputation of the general journalism industry. I hope as a result it can just show others that journalism is a serious profession and improve the credibility of journalists all throughout the world. With all these aspirations, I know that I can become the successful journalist I want to be one day and be successful for the rest of the general industry.